Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. So as per usual, no, I will not be starting off with an oracle, but the timestamps will be in the description bar below as well as the comments. So let's just get started here. Okay, Aries, so the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. So I'm just going to use a couple of different decks here. Okay. So we have jealous, envious, suspicious, possessive. Okay. And we also have exhausted, weary, fatigued, drained. Okay. I believe this person's having a hard time trusting you or either the situation with you this week, especially for, suspicious and envious to come out as the first card there. Now, what's interesting is there could be jealousy when it comes to some sort of a relationship here. So if this is, for example, someone you're not speaking to, they could be envious of maybe, a new relationship that you're dabbling in. Now, this is a very specific message, but someone here may be, very possessive or jealous of the opposing party's relationship with others, whether it be, romantic or platonic. That's definitely, or that could definitely be the case. And then we have exhausted. So, the exhausted card kind of gives me the Nine of Wands energy. I do feel like it's someone who not only feels very emotionally drained, there's something about them feeling very overwhelmed by their emotions this week. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So we also have hopeless, loss, depression, suicide. Okay. Longing, missing you. Let's talk reunion. This is a very specific message, guys, so please only take it if it resonates, but I'm going to tell you exactly what's coming through here. This could be an individual who is either A, mentally going through a lot, okay, and number two, they could have some sort of mental health issues that they're battling. Okay, guys, I'm not here to diagnose anyone. I'm just telling you the energy that's coming through. I do feel like this person is missing you, but there's something that they're going through emotionally and mentally, and they really want your support or your sympathy at this time, is what I'm getting here, okay? They could feel very exhausted and hopeless about the situation, and this could be causing them to feel very defeated at this time. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Someone is really craving your presence and wanting to speak to you. So it's definitely someone you're not speaking to. Okay. Could be an earth sign. We have the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Yeah, it seems to me that this person is really upset for the emotional distance between the both of you. Okay, they're viewing you as someone who is not really sympathizing with them in the current moment or this week. They're more so viewing you as a tad bit closed off. They are feeling like you are giving them the cold shoulder. And there's still thoughts about investing in a connection with you. Okay, so how does this person feel about Aries? Knight of Swords wanted to pop out. So yeah, they definitely want to speak to you because the longing card also says, let's talk. And Knight of Swords is, about communication or someone feeling an urgency to, converse with you. So let's see here. Nine of Wands. And guys, I did say the exhausted card gave me the energy of the Nine of Wands. So for that to be the first card in their feelings, tells me all I need to know. So this is someone who is feeling, yes, very exhausted, like I mentioned, but they're also feeling extremely guarded. Okay. They're trying their best not to think about you or the situation, but they're constantly wondering what's going to happen next. They know certain things that they focus on upset them, but they can't help but focus on those very things. That's how this person is feeling. I also see here, Aries, that this is someone that could feel like they don't really have a way of communicating with you. So, in other words, you could have this person blocked, or maybe you changed your number. Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's something they don't trust about this situation. And hear me out, guys. I'm not trying to play the blame game, although, this person may be suspicious of you, okay? Or they genuinely feel like they can't trust the situation this week for, one reason or another here. This could also be someone who is exhausted and feeling hopeless because of their own behavior. So just take it how it resonates. Four of Cups. Hmm. So the main thing that's causing this person to feel defeated is the fact that they feel they have, you have lost interest in trying to work things out, or you are focused elsewhere. And that's a persistent message that's coming through. So I would just like to say that for some of you, if you're involved with or involved in another relationship, it may be visible to this person and it's really upsetting them, okay? That's probably for a handful of you. But with the Four of Cups here, I definitely see it as someone who feels like you have lost interest, or you are no longer really invested in finding a solution or working something out. And because they feel this energetic shift, it is again causing them to feel very defeated or hopeless about this situation here. High Priestess. The silence is really bothering them this week, Aries. I do believe with the High Priestess, it's someone who is reminded of you constantly. And like I said, they're trying not to think about you or the situation, but they can't help it. It's something that they're like really struggling to do. A part of this person wants to hold on to hope or believe that you guys will, find a solution here. But I think that the negative thoughts are overweighing any sense of optimism that they're feeling. Five of Swords. This person is very conflicted about some sort of dishonesty that has occurred between the both of you, right? So again, take it how it resonates, whether it's on your end, their end, they're reminded of that, like a particular incident that they feel very mentally conflicted over. They can't stop thinking about it. It's actually impacting them because they don't feel that it was right. Okay, so there's something that is causing them to feel very uneasy, possibly even just a little bit of frustration I sense here. And so we have the Two of Pentacles clarifying the Four of Cups. There is a question this week on your person's end when it's like, or, in terms of what do I do next? Right? What should my next steps be? How do I come to some sort of a practical, conclusion here? But they're very much struggling with that because they believe your feelings have changed. Okay. This is also someone who is stuck in, thoughts of the both of you, or there's a lot of fantasizing going on, but there's also a lot of dwelling in the fact that they're not happy, in the present moment. You could be dealing with the Pisces. We have Aquarian energy as well. Six of Swords. Yeah. This is someone who senses that you're moving away, Aries. It's someone who, hmm, it's someone who feels like this is a connection that no longer makes you feel peaceful. It's someone who senses that you are at a point where not only are you valuing peace of mind above all, there's something that you're desperately trying to leave behind. In your energy, Aries, what this person senses, okay, is you are not, or the things that used to make you happy no longer do. And there is some sort of a change that you're craving, so you're creating that change for yourself, is how they're viewing you. Eight of Wands. This person really wants to communicate with you, so you may be receiving a message. This person could be at a physical distance from you. I'm hearing travel, but for work purposes. Okay, so this person may have, or may need to travel for work, or that's something that you're aware of. I do see that here. But it's a lot of mental conflict about actually, communicating with you. And I think this person really wants to speak to you. And we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, what's the Ten of Wands? The Page of Pentacles, wanting to kind of like let go of what feels burdensome. And I don't really see it as someone who's trying to leave behind the connection with you. Instead, I see it as someone who is wanting to put the difficult parts away. So with the 10 of Wands, I also see an energy of someone, well, this person essentially feels like what is causing them to feel burdened is the fact that you guys are not speaking. And so that's why I clarified the 10 of Wands and we see the Page of Pentacles, which means this person is going to reach out to you. Why? Because they feel like it's actually harder to be silent with you and not say anything at all. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you, Aries. Moving on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. So let's actually start off with an oracle here. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay. Oh, okay. All the cards are flying out for you, Taurus. I think this person is, or I think it's safe to say that they're feeling a lot. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we have excited, elated, thrilled, enthusiastic. Okay. So there could be some sort of exciting news coming from this person, or something very exciting could have occurred for this individual, and they may want to share it with you or celebrate something with you. Now, this card also gives me the energy of someone who is genuinely looking forward to like speaking to you, connecting with you. They may feel like you guys have like a really good time together. So that could be the case as well. Let's see, how is this person feeling? I'm also getting a message of this person feeling more courageous this week, okay, Taurus? So they could be finding the courage to do something that is kind of out of the ordinary. So, it's interesting because the card distance wanted to come out. Divorce, ghosted, separation. Okay. Bottom of the deck for you guys, we have possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. Okay. Yeah, there's something about courage coming through, Taurus. Okay, so this person could definitely be building the courage to, or finding the courage to either like reach out to you. It's just interesting to me because it's two very different energies. So your person may feel like they are on, what may feel like an emotional roller coaster this week. It could be someone that you are in separation with, or there could have recently been some sort of like a energetic shift between the both of you. Okay, maybe you guys don't communicate as often as you used to, or maybe you guys are not, hanging out with each other as much as you used to. Whatever it is, this person is definitely feeling a shift here. Okay, for some of you, very specific, it could be a case of ghosting as well. Okay, let's see. Someone thinks about you quite a bit, specifically at night. Okay, Taurus. Let's see. So we have the Five of Cups, okay, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is someone who is thinking about you, and they're thinking about what to do about, some sort of spilled milk, the past, something that has already happened. So Seven of Pentacles is really an energy of, analyzing a situation. It also has a lot to do with, figuring out if something is worth your time, your investment, your energy, that sort of thing. So they are focused on spilled milk. So this could be some sort of an emotional loss in this connection that they're thinking of. But they're also wondering if it is worth it to fix this. Is it something that is that they need to accept is over? There's a lot of analyzing going on. I also feel like with the Five of Cups, this is someone who is really dwelling in the past because, behind him in the Five of Cups, there are, two cups standing. So there is something here in terms of a solution, but your person may not be focused on it this week, is what I'm getting at. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands. They're very protective this week, or they feel that they can't be completely open about something. Seven of Wands could be like a very protective energy in terms of they're feeling very protective over this connection with you. but it could also be read as like someone who is defensive. So there could be something that they're holding on to or something that's bothering them, which is resulting in them being a little defensive towards you or having some sort of a guard up. Okay. Eight of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who's thinking about why they walked away or what caused the separation. For some reason, what's coming through very strongly is this may be an individual who made the choice to walk away from you or, kind of separate themselves from the equation, because with the Eight of Cups coming out in their feelings and in the challenge position, it's someone who's really questioning the decisions that they've made, specifically in terms of things that they've detached from or people that they've detached from. So I do see them, contemplating that and wondering if it was the right decision. We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, this could be an individual who's at a physical distance from you, or even if it was not, or if that was not always the case, it could be that they're like relocating, or they have moved away, something of that sort. There's something about physical distance here. Now, Taurus, with the Eight of Cups as well as the Six of Swords, this person is really questioning their decisions. They're like, okay, well, if I detached from the situation, then why am I still thinking about it, right? Or if I chose to walk away, why is this person still on my mind? Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands clarifying the Seven of Wands. The fact that they're being defensive towards you, or the fact that they're unable to take a leap of faith, even though they really want to, or they're thinking about it, is burdening them. It's causing them to feel like I am the reason why I'm stuck, or my thoughts are the reason, or my thoughts are causing me to feel stuck. There's something about them feeling like they're in their own way. Okay. Or it's like thinking about doing something, wanting to do something, but choosing to be, defensive or held back. But essentially, or ultimately, it's backfiring on them, is what I'm seeing here. Page of Pentacles. They really want to reach out to you, but this is more so like a message of testing the waters. So it wouldn't be really like a heart to heart conversation or someone who's reaching out and having some sort of an emotional outpour. Instead, it would be, just something very lighthearted, testing the waters, asking you how you're doing, that sort of thing. The Devil. Some of you could be dealing with the Capricorn. Okay. I'm hearing Capricorn moon specifically. Okay. Now, with the Devil card, I do feel like this is someone who is either facing an internal battle, so they're continuing to do something that is not benefiting them, whether this is in terms of, relationships, whether this is in terms of health, right? They are continuing to do something that is not benefiting them, right? There's really no other way to explain the Devil, but they are working through this, but it seems to be very difficult. This person, okay, at least this week, they're in a very dark space of knowing that they're not where they want to be, and knowing that they're not happy in the present moment after choosing to walk away from you, or after choosing to agree to some sort of a separation if it was mutual. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. We have the Tower. They feel like they weren't really prepared for a connection. They feel like they weren't really prepared to, fall for you here. And this could be a week where there's something that is essentially falling apart for this person, and you may not be aware of that. Knight of Wands, okay. And the Emperor. This person could be well off, or they could be a very, like, wow. I'm really struggling to get your message out here, but you could be dealing with an Aries, but this could be someone who's well off, or they're very focused on their business and finances. Okay, so that could be something that they're using as a distraction, or maybe they just feel like they have a lot on their plate. But as far as the Knight of Wands clarifying the Page of Pentacles, I really do see it as someone who wants to reach out to you, and they're going to fall into some sort of urge that they feel. So even if they're, not speaking to you in the current moment, I feel like this week they're really going to face difficulty with fighting the urge. The Emperor clarifying the Devil could also be someone who feels like there's something to do with their stability or responsibilities that is not going the way that they have wanted it to, or they feel this could be someone who's having like workplace or career struggles or financial struggles, something that they feel really, means a lot to them is not working the way that they want it to. And I see them struggling with that this week as well. And I feel like when they reach out to you, it may be very impulsive. And it's because they're not able to fight that urge that they're constantly feeling. And they're also acknowledging that they're in their own way. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini. So let's start off with an oracle or a couple of, I'm going to be using a couple of decks here. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have unsure, uncertain, doubtful, not confident. And when I look at this card, it gives me the energy of someone who's like at a crossroads here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wheel of Fortune comes out in your spread when we, jump into tarot in a minute. But I definitely feel like this is someone who's at a crossroads, and there's something about this connection that is causing them to feel very uncertain this week. Okay, this person could feel that they could feel uncertain about the connection in terms of feeling very emotionally confused. It could be someone who's doubtful of how you feel towards them, because we have doubtful, but we also have not confident. So there is a question of, the things that I'm thinking in my mind, are they, the reality, or is it all in my mind here? I do see that coming through. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have masked, hiding, concealing, deception. Now, this is very specific. For some of you, this person may feel that there's something here that they don't know when it comes to the connection, or they're in the dark about something, and they have a gut feeling about it, okay? But this could also be someone who is not confident, so they're hiding who they really are. That's a very interesting message, but I'm getting that for some of you. It could be where, they could want you to portray them in a certain light, or they want you to view them or have a certain, or I should say, a specific perspective on them. But there's something here that they may be hiding, or they're not revealing their authentic self to you. Okay. And I don't really see it in a negative light, but for some of you, it could definitely be that this person's not confident that you would, approve of something that they're up to, or, maybe something that they're having a hard time sharing with you. They feel if they were to, your feelings would change. So they're definitely dealing with feeling or some sort of confident issues this week. Okay. So we have the Tower. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. This person really wants to offer you something stable. With the Tower, it seems to me that either they feel like they did not expect to meet you, or there was it could have been a very unexpected meeting as well. But there's something very, I wasn't prepared for this kind of energy, but they're really wanting to offer you something stable. So then what's the issue here? Let's see. How is this person feeling about Gemini? Okay, so the Lovers wanted to pop out, which is another card of needing to, make a choice or being at a crossroads. So this is someone who feels very deeply connected to you, but there's like a choice that they're very uncertain about. Okay, let's see. Six of Cups. Could be someone you have history with. Page of Cups. And then Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's someone who wants to offer you their cup of love. They really do admire you, and they're very attracted to you, but they could be younger, or there's a little bit of emotional immaturity here. Or more than emotional immaturity, I think it's someone who feels like they're not as experienced as you, or not as established as you. It's almost like they are putting themselves below you and holding you on a pedestal this week, is how it's coming through to me. There could be something they want to gift you, but I mainly see it as, here's my cup of love, or, I really admire you and I want something more with you. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which is someone who's so anxious and stressed out and worrying and hoping that, the worst case scenario doesn't happen. This person is very anxious when they think of you this week. So if it's something fairly new, then they feel like the connection that you guys have feels very familiar, or it feels like home to them, but they have this really big crush or they admire you, but there's a lot of anxious energy surrounding actually being vocal about it. And this person is having a hard time being themselves. Again, I don't really see it in a way where, you know, like the way it's coming through to me is it's someone who is very careful with what they share with you. And there's something that they're not confident that they could share with you because they feel that would change your perspective on them, or that would change your opinion. The High Priestess, the Sun card. Yeah, you make this person extremely happy. I think that this person admires you a lot more than you know, A, and B, they really try to figure you out. There's some sort of mystery surrounding, you, or the way that the connection has been progressing here. It could be a Pisces or a Leo. The Three of Cups. They want to take you out. They want to have a good time. Some of you may have mutual friends, or this could be someone you consider a friend and they're wanting something more with you. There's something about friends or a friendship circle coming through here. And they really want to take you out and they want to have a good time. This could be someone who feels like, they have a lot of fun when they're around you. There's this very youthful energy that the both of you, or that's the energy of the connection. Five of Swords. Yeah, this person could be very playful, very flirty, but when it comes to actually wanting something more, they're very hesitant. And it's because they're either lacking confidence or they feel like they're fearing rejection here. And I'm losing my voice here. I really do feel this person admires you, but they have a hard time being vocal about it. Okay, my apologies, guys. I didn't realize it stopped recording, but I was saying, with the Five of Swords, there's a lot of mental conflict. And we have the Nine of Swords as well. So they're not only feeling very anxious when it comes to you and expressing how they feel towards you, they're very mentally conflicted because there's more silence between the both of you, or when you guys speak, it's all fun and games, but they are very lost when it comes to how you feel towards them emotionally. King of Wands. Wow, yeah, this person is very attracted to you. Could definitely be a fire sign. Wow, Ten of Pentacles. This is someone that you're connecting with, but it's a very playful, fun, connection here. And they want more with you, but they don't want to ruin the current dynamic that you guys are in. That's pretty much what I'm getting to sum up, this person's feelings or the spread here. They want a lot more with you. Ten of Pentacles could be a long-term commitment. It could be someone who has marriage on their mind, but they're having a very difficult time being vocal about it. Okay. So moving on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay. Okay, so we have vulnerable, defenseless, unprotected, helpless. Okay. So this person here, Cancer, they may be going through kind of like an emotional storm this week. They are definitely feeling vulnerable when it comes to this situation. Okay, I'm even hearing the word exposed. So there could be something that you've was brought to light for you. And then we have defenseless, unprotected, helpless, not really knowing what to do in the current moment is what I'm getting in their feelings. And there may be some sort of truth that was revealed and they feel like there's no way around it. They, again, they feel defenseless or there's nothing they can do about it. Yeah, it's like a very hopeless energy here. Let's see. This person feels like you know them the best. or you are who they consider very close to them, because there's something about them almost feeling, naked. Not quite literally, obviously, guys, but there's something about this person feeling like you see right through them. Okay, so we have Archangel Michael. Protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Okay. I usually don't get messages like this, Cancer, but it's coming through, so I'm going to tell you guys, so we won't spend too much time on it. But I am getting an energy of someone who's feeling very desperate to be in your energy. Okay, so you can read in between the lines of that. So, what they're doing to be in your energy could obviously vary, but I do see that you're protected, right? So, it's not a dramatic message where you have anything to worry about. I just see someone who is becoming very desperate when it comes to being in your energy or wanting access to you. So, I feel like it's someone that you have set very clear boundaries with. So, we have prevented from harm and divine intervention. So, you have divine intervention here. Something that is not good for you is going to be illuminated to you this week, or there was a truth revealed and this person could feel completely hopeless about the situation or what to do next, and they're trying anything, right? Desperately trying to either speak to you or find a way to speak to you, and divine's kind of in the way, creating this wall is what I'm seeing. So let's see. Some of you may, you may have kind of felt symptoms of someone tugging on your energy. You don't feel like yourself. You feel overly lethargic or not as tired as you usually are, that kind of thing. So we have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Five of Cups. This person here is really upset because they're reminded of when you guys were agreeing, when you guys were on the same page, when you guys were willing to work things out. There's something about your energy that's also very different. This connection could be, something that they're not used to, or there's an energy of, like I said, as I opened your spread, this person feeling like you know them the best or you are the closest to them. And with the Five of Cups, they're not only feeling defeated, they're really, dwelling, uh, you know, they're dwelling on spilled milk, what has already occurred. And they're very disappointed, but it's more so like kind of sitting and sulking, and you're not really thinking about a solution. And I do believe they want to come together, but it seems to me that they're reminded of when you guys were on the same page or when things felt a lot smoother between you both. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands. Someone that doesn't have access to you. Yeah, that's a very clear message. They're not only wanting a new beginning, this person could be a tad bit sexually frustrated. I am seeing that here. But Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands is someone who's really burdened by this silence. They are trying to heal from the connection that you guys used to share. Because the reason why I say used to share is in the current moment, they feel like the connection, they feel the disconnect. And they're reminded of how things used to be, and it really upsets them. So they're feeling very sad, or they're feeling very disappointed this week. This person is really praying for a blessing or praying for some sort of a breakthrough in this situation, but a part of them feels like they're asking for too much with the Ten of Wands. A part of them feels like that's just far-fetched, or, there's no way that's going to happen. But thoughts of you or thoughts of what you guys used to have are really, overwhelming this person emotionally this week, is what I see. Seven of Swords. This could be someone who is reminded of the dishonesty in this connection, whether that be on your end or theirs. But the Seven of Swords is also an energy of someone being very strategic. How do I come back around? How do I, have access to, Cancer again? So it's all about perspective. I mean, maybe for some of you, it could be that you want this person to come back around. But for others of you, the way that I can read it is someone, like I said, who's very desperate to be in your energy. And the Seven of Swords is, getting something done by any means, even if it requires, you to do something that you may later feel guilty about, or something that has, it's like strategizing is what I see your person doing here. How do I have a new beginning? What do I say? If you have them blocked, maybe they're trying to find another way to communicate with you. They're really trying everything to get back in your energy here, is what I sense strongly. Five of Wands. This person wants to fight for this connection here. They could be really or not happy in their current environment, or they have recently experienced a lot of conflict, whether it be with friends, family members, or someone who just feels like they haven't been feeling like themselves, so they are just feeling very grumpy, that sort of thing. But the Five of Wands is usually some sort of conflict in your external environment, and this person is viewing you as there's some sort of competition to get to you, and they're willing to fight for this connection. But it's almost coming from a space of this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do. It's really no room for, okay, maybe I need to leave it alone, or maybe I need to give it time. Page of Wands, they really want to speak to you, but they're feeling very, very impulsive in terms of finding a way to reach out to you, or if they have a way of reaching out to you, it could be a very impulsive message. They want you to speak to them, and they're willing to do whatever it takes. Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Someone who sees you enjoying your singlehood, someone who views you as very stable and possibly more focused on your finances or your stability at this time. And it's almost coming through to me as if it bothers this person that you're more focused on yourself than them. I want to tell you that it is coming from a heart space that they want to speak to you again, but it's also a very, I also sense someone who's a little bit, they feel a bit desperate to find a solution here, and they're really frustrated, and their frustration and anger is a driving point as well. Five of Swords, very mentally conflicted. Like this person, they have a lot they want to say. There's a lot that has been causing them mental conflict. And they feel like this is an obstacle that they want to overcome here. Seven of Wands. What's the Seven of Wands? 10 of Cups. This person really wants to speak to you, but they know that you have a guard up. They know that you're very defensive towards them, but they don't see themselves with anyone else but you. There's a little bit of a possessive energy coming through here, guys. And if it's not possessive, it's someone who just really wants to speak to you or have access to you again, because the energy is very strong in terms of wanting to reconnect with you. And they know that you're very guarded towards them, but they're trying to do anything to protect this connection. Seven of Wands and 10 of Cups is like, that's, my person or my end all be all. And I love Cancer very much. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect this connection or work on it. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Leo. Okay, Leo. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with an oracle here. Okay. So we have hateful, hostile, vengeful, spiteful. I mean, this card could be letting me know that you're inquiring or you're thinking of someone that you are feeling very upset with this week, okay? Or you may feel like this is someone who is trying to, like there's some sort of tick for tack going on, or maybe you think that they're trying to get back at you for something here. Something may have not gone this person's way and they're responding with anger or frustration. That could definitely be the case. Or there's definitely thick air, some sort of animosity between you and this person, because I sense that in their feelings. Okay, let's see. Someone who feels like they have a right to be mad, or there's some sort of anger that they're holding on to. Okay, so we have antisocial, in your feelings, silent treatment, left out. Okay, so it's really so their anger boils down to hurt, right? So it's someone who feels either left out in the cold, or you're detaching from a situation and they're not used to this. Maybe you're no longer speaking to them. Um, and they're really in their feelings about it, and it's upsetting them in terms of they're feeling very sad, but they're responding with anger. So this may be an individual who, when they're sad, it really turns into them being upset, or they just, respond with anger or frustration, like I said. But really, it boils down to them feeling very left out in the cold, or feeling very alone and isolated at this time. This person could be doing something to get a reaction out of you this week. Okay, that's for some of you. Ten of Cups in reverse, a connection that didn't work out. Okay, your person here, or their feelings is that a connection did not work out the way that they wanted it to. So this week they're thinking about the promises that you guys made to each other, or they're thinking about what you guys have planned for the future. And there's something about them feeling very alone because they did not expect for the both of you to, separate or not speak to each other. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. It may be someone you work with, and the Chariot. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer. Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot is someone who's really ready to prove something to you. They're ready for, progress here. But there's also a message of this person feeling that, kind of like accepting both sides of a relationship. It's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be, we're not always going to agree. But they did not expect some sort of disagreement to lead to, like a complete ending or a separation here. Okay. So what do we have? The Hierophant. Some of you could be dealing with the Taurus, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, a commitment. But it's interesting because when it first came out, it was in reverse, and we have the World card. There's something that changed between you and this person, or this connection came to an end. You guys could have definitely been in a higher level of commitment with each other, possibly even married. But the thing here is it's still on their mind. They're still viewing you as someone that they want to commit to. But with the World card, they're trying to accept that something is over, but it doesn't make sense to them this week. It doesn't add up to them. It's kind of like this can't be over, or there's definitely unfinished business between Leo and I. There's something about them also feeling like they were not prepared for how things transpired between the both of you. Yeah, left out in the cold, missing you. And it's almost like they're choosing not to be vocal about what's bothering them, but there's so much anger that they're carrying. But like I said, the anger boils down to just being sad and left out and wanting more, or wanting to resolve the conflict here. This person could be also going through a very tough financial situation, or they could have gone through, they could be going through something financially this week. This person is definitely keeping tabs on you. So you're not speaking to them, but they're, keeping tabs, whether it's via social media, or they're, figuring out what you're up to, and it's making them feel more alone. This person is viewing you, Leo, this week as someone who's handling your emotions in the situation much better than they are. The Emperor. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. Yeah, I think that for some of you, you wouldn't be able to tell just because of the way that this person carries themselves, or because of their demeanor, I should say that. Because, not only are they coming off as someone that might be a little bit hard to read, this person really does not want to show you how much they are affected by a connection not working out the way that they wanted it to. And so their demeanor is very, assertive or stoic, or kind of like poker face. I don't want to show my emotions, even though I'm really deeply affected by this. So, they're either appearing to be angry, like they're responding with anger or frustration, or very, detached and cold, but really, internally they feel very isolated. Page of Pentacles, wanting to speak to you again. We have the Page of Swords, 2 pages here. 7 of Wands. This person, like there's something that is visible to them that you're doing that is upsetting them. So I don't know what that means for you, Leo. I am reading for a lot of you and it is a general read, but it's causing them to feel very defensive, or it's causing them to, be held back. Like they're upset about it, but they're not being vocal about it. You have someone who's very upset about not connecting with you, but they don't want you to know that, okay? Or they don't want you to know how affected they are because they have a hard time showing you how they feel, or that's what they're struggling with this week. But there's also an energy of feeling like they don't see themselves with anyone but you, with the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups coming out as the first card, the Lovers. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. What's the Lovers? The Five of Wands. They feel like there was a lot of drama, chaos between the both of you. They could feel like it was a lot of, arguments and that sort of thing. But Five of Wands and the Lovers could be, a choice that is not being made because there are multiple parties involved, or a choice that's not being made because of something that actually lacks importance. So when you think about it later on, it's like, okay, well, how did I let that very thing have so much power over me or my decision? Or how did I let that very thing, have power over the connection that I desire so badly, right? But with the Lovers and the Five of Wands, I do see this person feeling like you are their soulmate or feeling very connected to you, but there's also some sort of conflict or argument surrounding this partnership this week as well. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So I'm going to be starting off with an oracle here. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, guys, so we have two cards here. Interesting the order that they came out, and they came out like this. So we have happy, blissful, joyful, content, and then we have resentful, indigent, offended, bitter. What's interesting to me, it's almost like these are opposing energies, or two very different emotions. Someone here could be, kind of feeling that you are, enjoying yourself, or you're appearing to be happy, and that could be something that they're upset about, or they're bitter. We do have the word bitter here. But another message that I'm getting very strongly is this is someone who may appear to be very happy, but they're holding on to some sort of, like they're internalizing some sort of pain or anger that they feel, right, Virgo? And so, it's causing, it's almost like the energy is very different in terms of how they feel versus what they're showing you or how they appear to feel. We do have offended and bitter, so there could be something that this person is holding on to that you communicated to them, and they're having a hard time forgiving the very thing, or they're reminded of it and they're feeling very uneasy about it. And another specific message that I'm getting here, Virgo, is this may be someone who is trying to be happy about, whether it's, something you guys agreed on, or they're just trying to be happy about a situation, but that it's almost like they're trying to be happy about a situation that they're not really happy about. So again, going back to what I was saying, it's someone who is showing up very differently on the outside in comparison to what they feel on the inside. Okay, let's see. Okay, way too many cards. Let's see here. I feel like, this person could be holding a grudge, or something is really bothering them this week. So we have vacate, get away, relax, have fun. Okay, this is very interesting. For some of you, you may be, traveling, or you're away from this individual, and they can see that, you're happy or you're living your life, and somehow it's affecting them, or they're bitter about it. The other way that I could read this, Virgo, is that this may be someone who is trying their best to not focus on you or something that is really upsetting them about the connection that they share with you. And they're trying to do everything to, distract themselves, but it's only resulting in them, just again, internalizing all this pain, and it's not like they can run from it. Okay. Some of you could have met this person while you were traveling. And for others of you, the energy could be reversed. Like this person could be taking a trip, or they're, like I said, maybe going on vacation to get to get their mind off things or relax, but it's not necessarily working. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, and we have this Sun card. There's something about this person viewing you or the connection as something that makes them very happy. But when you have the Seven of Pentacles, there is a little bit of, contemplation going on. Are my efforts going to be worth it? Should I be investing in this situation? And it's not to say that, nothing has ever worked out between you and this person, but the Seven of Pentacles is when you're focused on where there's room for improvement. You could be dealing with a Leo. The Magician, okay, and the Queen of Wands. You may have attained some sort of goal for yourself, or you spoke about something you wanted to do, and you were able to attain it for yourself, and it's visible to this person. What's interesting is they're viewing you as someone who is like a very powerful individual, someone who is capable of, the things you say you are capable of. You kind of follow through on what you say. But there's almost like an intimidation factor, or something about this person feeling like you're doing, better off without them. We have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Like it's, again, very fixated on you. There's a lot of passion between you both. Some of you may have fire placements in your chart. But there's also this very hesitant energy, or holding on to an emotion that is causing them to feel very defeated here. The Eight of Cups. Okay. Someone who could have possibly walked away from you, but they're still very focused on you. Now, it doesn't really matter who walked away, but this person is looking at the connection as, this week they feel like you're not satisfied in the connection. There's really no way to sugarcoat that. It's almost like they feel like you're not getting what you want, so you're moving forward, or they were not able to give you what you want, but they see you doing things for yourself, or possibly, involving yourself in a new connection. Whatever it is, it's visible to them that you're doing better off without them, or you are really happy and they feel like they are not, and that's affecting them, is what's coming through here. Ten of Swords. This person feels like they hurt you. They could also feel like there was a very painful ending between you both. Because Ten of Swords is, a brutal ending, but there's also an energy of like betrayal, or feeling like, well, this is not what I expected. So this person may feel like you have, or you had a right to walk away, or they know why you guys are not connecting in the current moment, but it doesn't change the fact that they're still upset about the, disconnect here. Something about physical distance, or you moving away. So if it's not like relocating, or if it's not a mental thing, it could be, if you were working with this person, maybe you are working somewhere else now, right? There's an energy of this person feeling like you're just moving away from them, and they're losing you. That's essentially what I'm getting here. Someone who's very fixated on the fact that they're losing you, and they did not expect this to happen. King of Cups. This person has a lot of love for you. They could even be going to someone for advice, or it could be a form of like therapy or counseling. We have the Star card. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, and we have the Hermit, which is your energy. Yeah. This person feels like what's clear to them is not only your boundaries, it's the fact that you are no longer invested in this situation as much as you used to be. They're viewing you as completely moving away, and the reason why they're assuming this is because you appear to be happy, or there's something that you're publicizing that is causing them to feel this way, right? Which is, it could be you're on vacation, or you've relocated and you've made a new group of friends, and it seems like you're not as concerned about this connection as you used to be. There's some sort of a change that you've made that is visible to this person that is really causing reality to sink in, where it's like Virgo has moved on, or I don't feel like there's another chance here. They do feel defeated, and they are trying their best to emotionally detach, but it feels very difficult because the attraction is still there, the passion is still there. And really, if I'm being completely transparent, I think this person is, their sadness is turning into anger, or they are holding on to some sort of a grudge here. There's something that is causing them to feel a bit bitter that's coming through very strongly. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Libra. Okay, Libra. So let's start off with an oracle here. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have comforted. Okay, so reassured, consoled, nourished. This person feels like there's a very nurturing energy about you, right? Very motherly or fatherly, just, and not in a way where it's like, oh, Libra reminds me of my mom or dad, but it's like a very comforting way, or they feel very secure around you as well. There could be some sort of reassurance that they were seeking and you were able to give them that, but they feel satisfied, is what I see so far. There could be children in this dynamic as well. You may have children with this person or children of your own, but there's something about your, or the energy that you exude coming off very nurturing. Okay. This could be a week where you're helping this person out during a very difficult time, or there could be, you know, whether it's they're not feeling their best or they're, you know, genuinely going through something. Okay. So we have smell the roses. Slow down, take some you time, get out in nature. This person feels like things are moving very quickly in this connection. They could live a very fast-paced lifestyle as well. There's something about them either, you know, taking some time off, or there's an energy of them feeling like they want things to kind of slow down. Again, you know, if it's not anything to do with the connection that they have with you, it could be just, you know, their lifestyle or them feeling like their job is taking a toll on them. And there's something that is causing them to slow down. So it could be they're not feeling well. Or they're just choosing, like intentionally choosing to slow down and maybe take some time off, or, you know, do something for their self here. Okay. This person could be, you know, viewing you as, you know, either wanting a break or being a little more focused on yourself this week. Let's see. Let's clarify the energy first. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups and the World card. Yeah, this is someone who's creating a change because they're not happy in the current moment. So the Four of Cups is when you're not satisfied, right? You're not emotionally satisfied. And, you know, there could be a little bit of a focus on the past, but there's a new opportunity right in front of him. And we have the World card. So it's someone who wants a change with you. It's someone who is creating that change as well because they're tired of feeling stuck in a situation, or just stuck in general in terms of not being happy and not doing anything about it. There's something about wanting to turn over a new leaf here or release something completely. Okay, let's see. Knight of Wands, okay, and the Judgment. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, okay, possibly a Leo, Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's something so nurturing about your energy is how they feel towards you. And they're very passionate, you know, about you. And with the Judgment, well, now seeing the Judgment here in their feelings, and we did see the World card, there's a change that this person is making. You know, this could be someone who's relocating. This could be someone who is, you know, moving or switching jobs. This could be someone who is letting go of like a bad habit, but it's a really large change. And first, this change occurs after you have some sort of an awakening. So with the Judgment card, I do feel like your person is waking up to what truly makes them happy, or it's someone who feels like they have felt stuck because, or they have been in their own way, because there's something about them feeling very stuck in their current circumstances, but also feeling like, well, if I'm not happy, why don't I do something about it? I'm tired of not being happy in the current dynamic, but also not doing anything about it is essentially what I'm getting. Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. There could have been a little bit of a fickle energy in this connection, or it was very on and off in the past here, because that's what your person is reminded of. And I do see it as someone who wants to pursue you here, but I also feel like with the Six of Swords, there's some sort of distance or like an emotional gap that they're trying to close. What's the Queen of Cups? The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's someone who wants to work together, right? It's someone who wants to prove that they care for you through practical effort here. But the way that they're coming in could be, or, could kind of cause you to wonder, is this person going to be inconsistent? Or maybe you feel like they are kind of just bombarding you with a lot at once, because there is an energy of rushing in or feeling some sort of an urgency to fix things with you. But what's interesting is we have the Eight of Cups. So it may be someone that either walked away from you in the past, or what I'm feeling more strongly, guys, is they're walking away from something or someone else. Eight of Cups, Judgment. Again, like I said, with the Four of Cups that we did see, this is an individual who is feeling connected to you, but there was something in their current circumstances that did not allow them to be with you or build a connection with you. And they may have taken a very long time to take some sort of action, because in their energy, I sense that they're kind of feeling, why have I not done something about this for so long? Or how long am I going to go being in a situation or living a life that I'm not really happy with? The King of Swords. This person may feel like it's going to be difficult to reconnect with you. They may feel like you have set very clear boundaries, or you know the truth of the situation. Eight of Swords. Yeah, they feel like, not only do they feel mentally stuck on you because they want to do something or they want more in this connection, there's something about like a quite literally feeling restricted, not being able to act on their emotions in the past, or it could be their financial situation that caused them to feel stuck, but they never tried to do anything about it. And now it's like, I can no longer keep running from what makes me happy and continue living a life that doesn't. So essentially, I'm getting someone who's having an awakening and they're wanting to reconnect with you. Page of Cups. What's the Page of Cups? Three of Cups. Some of you, it's not about reconnecting. You're actually connecting with this person this week, but you're aware that they may need to leave something behind, but they're aware of this also. I actually see them making a change. And with the Page of Cups and the Three of Cups, it could be someone who's like taking you out, or there's something here that you guys are celebrating together. And I will say there is a restriction that they feel, though. And so, but they feel like they need to follow their heart, and they feel connected to you, but they also know, okay, well, I can't just be in a situation, or I can't continue doing something that is affecting my ability to be with Libra, because that doesn't make me happy. But they have been avoiding that decision for quite some time. But this is, a week where they're actually finding a solution or doing something about it. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. So I'm going to be starting off with an oracle here, guys. Okay. Let's see. So the person on Scorpio's mind, their feelings towards Scorpio. Okay, guys, so we have a receptive, open, accepting, welcoming. Okay. And we also have lonely, isolated, alienated, friendless. Huh. Okay. Well, Scorpio, this is like two very different emotions or two very different energies. It seems to me that someone is trying to be more open or let down some sort of a guard, but they constantly feel misunderstood or alone, either in the connection with you, or that's just, something that they're going through personally. But it's like there's something here about them having a hard time opening up to you, or letting their guard down, and they really want to, but they end up either feeling alone or telling themselves that they should not be open, or they should have a guard up here. I also feel, guys, that this is a week where this person may feel they don't really have your undivided attention. And even if it's, not really a big deal to you, it could be that they're overthinking or overanalyzing, the distance or the fact that you guys are not communicating as consistently. Okay, let's see. Some of you may view this individual as like someone who's very good at, like loving others or showing you love, but you may feel like they're not really open to receiving it, or they have a hard time believing that they're worthy of this connection, or you can sense some sort of insecurities. I could also read it as someone who is, viewing you as not really trusting of the situation, or not someone who opens up and trusts people very easily. Okay. We have today good vibes now in the moment. You may have met this person at some sort of a function, okay? There could be something about this connection that's either very fast moving, or you feel like you guys were kind of just doing things in the spur of the moment. It was a very, in the moment kind of connection, where things were done impulsively, or you feel like it was just very fast moving. Because the way that it's coming through to me is this person feels like they have a lot of fun with you, but when they're like, there's some sort of disconnect that they feel that causes them to feel very alone, or they may feel like you're very close to them, but they don't feel this way with anyone else. And, this could be a week where you're not around as consistently or as frequently as you were before, or there's not consistent communication, and that's causing them to feel very isolated. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this person feels like they don't have your undivided attention. Six of Swords. What I see here is someone who feels a disconnect, or they feel like you're moving on. Like they can sense an energetic shift, or they can sense, okay, you know what, Scorpio is not as emotionally invested in the situation as they used to be. Whether that's something that they're picking up on off of your energy, the way that you're speaking or responding to them. And it's like feeling very isolated and alone. Okay, how is this person feeling about Scorpio? Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Justice. It seems to me that this person wants to offer you something very stable, and they're observing the connection with you, but they feel like there's some sort of, like there's room for improvement. I can word it like that, where, it could be they want more consistency, or they want to, better understand you. But there's something about them feeling like there's some sort of a wall or a barrier up between the both of you, but they're wanting this to manifest into something more in terms of like, like a stable new beginning. And if it's new love, it's someone who could be just not wanting to be invasive, or it's a very contradicting energy that's coming through here, guys. Like someone who wants to be open with you and they want more, but they also sense that there's some sort of a guard up. So I'm not sure if it's them that is, having the guard up, or they sense that, in your direction here. You could be dealing with the Libra, Eight of Wands. So I see the both of you communicating, but there's something about this connection moving very quickly. But this person also, quickly begins to realize that they want something stable with you. So for some of you, this could be like a friends with benefits situation, or it's just more of like casual dating. And they feel the passion there. They feel like things are progressing, or have progressed very quickly. But now that they want something stable, it's almost like there's a little bit of fear of opening up about that. Or this person could feel like they're not on the same page as you. You may want something different. King of Swords. What's the Justice? Nine of Wands. There could be some sort of legal matters here with the Justice and the King of Swords. But, what I see essentially is someone who's really observing this connection this week, and they want to be truthful with you. It's an energy of, I want to speak my truth. I want to tell you what I want. But, we have the Nine of Wands, which is that very guarded energy of, you may find that this person opens up to you, but then they're very held back. They think about being a lot more emotionally expressive, and they think about communicating what they're thinking about and what's bothering them. But when they get to the point of convincing themselves to do it, there's like a little voice in their mind that's like, no, you don't say that, or, that's there's some sort of excuse that they make, right? When it comes to being completely open with you. And I think it's someone who either struggles with letting down some sort of boundaries, or they're really facing difficulty in terms of like trust issues. We have the Fool card, the Queen of Wands, clarifying the King of Swords. What's the Nine of Wands? The Ten of Cups. Yes, someone who wants more with you. Like they want to commit here. Ten of Cups is someone who's thinking about a commitment, someone who's thinking about a happy home. And this is what they want to offer you. Ten of Cups being the closing card, and the Ace of Pentacles being the first card. But I think this person did not either expect to fall for you, or they feel like things progressed so quickly and it felt great and it was all fun and games until they felt like they wanted something more stable, and they're facing some sort of difficulty with either letting their guard down or saying, okay, I want more, and so can we work towards that? I do believe they're still going to communicate with you with the Fool and the Eight of Wands. And as much as they're worried, I don't see that outweighing their desire to have something more with you. But I do see that they're very anxious and very worried prior to actually communicating this to you. And this may be someone who really struggles with opening up, or they open up very slowly. It's not just like they're definitely not an open book, like from when you connect with them, in the beginning stages. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. Embarrassed, self-conscious, awkward, exposed. Okay. Well, I mean, when I look at this image here, Sagittarius, it's almost coming through to me as if someone feels almost like naked in front of you. They feel exposed. Obviously, not quite literally, but they are feeling like you see right through them. There could be something in particular that was brought to light for you, and this person is very embarrassed about it. It's causing them to feel very, self-conscious, or it's causing them to, it's toying with their confidence. It's, toying with their ability to appear how they usually do. So you may sense like a little bit of a shift in them energetically, or the way that they're speaking to you. Something they're definitely not proud of because they're embarrassed, but they also feel that there's nothing they can do about it. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have harmony, balance, peace, happiness. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, we have trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. Okay, this is very specific, Sagittarius, but what I see here is someone who, this week they feel like what they portrayed to you wasn't really, like they weren't really being their authentic self, or there was something that they were keeping you in the dark about, and it has come to light now. And it could be that they want to, restore some sort of balance here, or they're feeling embarrassed because they feel that things were very balanced and peaceful between the both of you until this very truth, revealed itself. Okay, let's see. How does this person feel? Could be a Leo. We have the Strength card and the Three of Wands. Someone who is very held back from you because of something that but they're waiting for either you to reach out, or they're waiting for some sort of a sign. And if you're connecting with this person, you will definitely be able to tell that there has been some sort of a shift, or they're not proud of some sort of truth that has been revealed. But with the Three of Wands and the Strength card, it's like being held back and saying, you know what, I feel exposed, or I feel like I, want to be held back because I don't trust the situation, or I don't know what's going to happen next. But then there's also an energy of waiting for something to happen. Okay, let's see. Eight of Wands. Okay, so you're communicating with this person, or you're about to be receiving communication from them. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, there is a conversation happening, and it's going to result in really it's going to result in one party observing, is this connection something that's worth my investment? Do I feel like I've wasted my time? Do I feel like I need to protect my energy, or am I willing to continue to water this situation? That's what I'm initially getting with, a conversation on the horizon here, or maybe you are connecting with this person as you're watching my read. Now, I do see this person communicating with you, okay, but there's something here that's causing them to feel like, your opinion has changed on them, or you are not as invested, or looking to invest in this situation as much as you were wanting to in the past. There's like an energy of them feeling like you were very eager to either be in this connection in the past, or they could tell that based off of your efforts, but now they're seeing like a decrease in your efforts, or it's in their mind that your opinion on them, has changed. Like you don't view them the same way that you used to. Nine of Wands. Yeah, this person feels very exposed or guarded. They are struggling with finding a way to communicate with you. Now, this could be because you have this person blocked, or, maybe some of you changed your number, but for others of you, it's like, wanting to speak to you with the Eight of Wands. So they're like typing a message, and they're like, you know what, I can't say that. That doesn't sound right. They're over analyzing everything that they are wanting to communicate to you, is what I see here. But a persistent message is someone who feels like you, like, quite literally see right through them this week. So this could be like a truth that was revealed, or maybe, it wasn't revealed recently, but maybe it was confirmed recently if you had like a gut feeling about it. Because here's what I see, guys. This person, if I were to boil down this energy, right, guys, it's like you have someone, yes, who's affected by a truth that was exposed. But it seems to me, if we're being specific here, what's affecting them more is how that truth caused you to view them in a different light. So had the truth come out, but you still viewed them in the same light, or the connection was still the same and there was no energetic shift, I don't think it would bother them to the extent that it's bothering them because of how your opinion has changed. Six of Wands. This person really wants your attention, I will say that, and they actually hold you on a very high pedestal. Like there's a lot of attraction here, but they also view you as someone where they value your attention. They look forward to connecting with you. And I don't want to say, like it's an energy of them feeling like when, if Sagittarius makes time for me, I actually feel special. And it's not to say they don't feel worthy of your time, but it's just something that they really appreciate is what's coming through here. This person may have some sort of, or they may be in the public eye, or they have like an image to maintain where what's causing them to feel insecure is something that you know about them that the rest of those around them, or the public does not know. And I'm not saying you would use it as, leverage, or, you're taunting them with it or anything of that sort. It's just, this is how they feel. They feel exposed. Ace of Pentacles. Wanting something stable with you, wanting to offer you, this is more of a practical energy. It's like, okay, let's speak, let's work this out. How can things be more stable? Should we move closer to each other? Should I, release maybe something that's not serving this connection? It's that kind of energy. King of Cups. Something about them feeling overly sensitive this week, and they're acknowledging that as well. And they're trying their best to be emotionally balanced, but it's really affecting them that there is a truth that has been revealed and they're wanting to restore balance here. Three of Cups. Okay. What's the Ace of Pentacles? Justice card. For some of you, it could be an interference here that was exposed. And it doesn't have to be another person, like another lover, but there's definitely an interference that was exposed or came to light. And in a way, they're embarrassed about it. You know, we have the Justice card, so they do want to speak their truth. What's the Justice card? The Hermit and the Eight of Pentacles. They want to speak their truth, but they feel like they're in a very dark place, you know? And so the Pearl of the Hermit is, you know, the lantern is symbolic for something that is being illuminated to you. So they feel like the truth has changed the dynamic between the both of you. They're wanting you to hear something from them, but they're also struggling with figuring out how to prove something to you. So whether it's like proving to you, you know, what you figured out wasn't the entire truth, or proving to you that they do care for you and want to invest in this. What's the Three of Cups? I'm going to use another deck for this, guys, just to see if we have any repetitive cards. Look at this, guys. I can't make it up. I just split the deck and it was the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords. And this is another deck that I'm using because I wanted to clarify the Three of Cups. There's an interference. Yeah. That was exposed. And they feel naked almost, you know, they feel embarrassed about it, and there's an energy of wanting you to hear something from them. So even if it's the truth, there may be a conversation they want to have, and it's making them feel all over the place emotionally. What's the Three of Cups? Page of Pentacles. They want to talk. This is someone who was offering you just enough to either, or I should say they were offering you just enough to convince you that you guys were going to grow into something more. Or you may look at the situation like you were receiving the bare minimum here, and they're wanting to give you something more now, but they're also feeling very embarrassed. Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's wanting a new beginning. And look at this, bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. This person wants a new beginning with you, but they feel embarrassed for some sort of an interference being revealed. That's what's going on here in their feelings. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Let's see. So I'm going to be starting off with an oracle here, guys. The person on your mind, their current feelings towards you. Okay, wow. All the cards are flying out for you today, Capricorn. Okay, let's see. So we have respectful, okay, and we also have excited. There could be some sort of good news that this person wants to share with you, or it's just someone who really looks forward to connecting with you, communicating with you, that sort of thing. I do feel like it's an individual that admires you, but what I'm getting more specifically is there's something in particular they admire about, like the way that you carry yourself or your mannerism. There's something that they really respect about you. Let's see. And I feel like there's like a level of excitement when it comes to communicating with you, or maybe you guys have made plans with this person and they're looking forward to you know, hanging out with you. Let's see. Okay. So we have Archangel Michael. I believe Cancer is the only other sign that pulled this card so far. So yeah, you may have Cancer placements or you're dealing with one, but this card, Archangel Michael, it says protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Something unfolding the way that it should be. If you guys do feel that there's some sort of negativity or, you know, negativity in your energetic field, or you feel someone tugging on your, you know, energy, and you can kind of differentiate, you know, from when you're absorbing people's energy versus when it's just your own, there is some sort of protection here for you. Okay, so like divine intervention in terms of not only something just happening the way that it's supposed to, but you may be like you may be wanting something, but it's not happening for you right now, but it's essentially protecting you. So even if it's like rejection, in a way it is, protection here as well as what I'm seeing. Hmm. Okay, let's clarify this energy. It's very interesting. We have respectful, excited, but then we have protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. This person could also be viewing you as like, celebrating something, having a really good time, and there could be, something that is causing them to feel a bit bitter. Okay, look at this, guys. Queen of Cups in reverse. That's someone who's not emotionally satisfied. It could be someone who's bitter, or they're not really feeling emotionally balanced. There's something that is not really feeling satisfying to them. Yeah, Four of Cups. When you're not satisfied, when you're not happy in the present moment, when you're kind of missing the opportunities in front of you because you're too focused on the past. You have someone here who's not happy with the dynamic that they're in when it comes to, the both of you, but they're having a hard time figuring out what they should do. The Moon, someone who feels very isolated. They also are suppressing a lot of emotions this week, more than suppressing, I think they're not being vocal about it. There's a little bit of a hidden energy, but the blue lobster in the Moon card, that is symbolic for your emotions resurfacing. So I feel like their emotions are resurfacing and they're acknowledging that, but they're having a hard time being vocal about it. It almost seems to me that someone who is unhappy does not want you to know that they're unhappy. Could be dealing with the Pisces. How does this person feel about Capricorn? Seven of Swords. Okay. Three of Swords. This is a very specific message that's coming through here, Capricorn, okay? So only take it if it resonates. Someone respects you for walking away from a situation that did not meet your standards or that went against your morals. Someone that you walked away from, someone that you feel betrayed by, desperately wants, access to you or wants to connect with you again, but they respect you for not putting up with what they have done, or they respect you for, the decisions that you've made to kind of detach or walk away. So a part of them respects you, but a part of them feels like, I want back in. I want to speak to Capricorn again. Seven of Swords, if it's not about this person being dishonest with you, it could be someone who's being very strategic, and is coming from a very broken space. The Three of Swords, this person could be feeling very torn. They are very hurt. That's how they're feeling this week. But with the Seven of Swords, it's like, feeling so hurt. And that's almost the driving factor as to why they are being strategic, or willing to do pretty much anything to be in contact with you or to reconnect with you. It's someone who's hurt, but they're not showing it on the outside. They may appear to be very confident. They may appear to come off as, someone who knows what they're talking about, or someone who's very sure of how they feel, but they're very torn, very broken. Three of Cups. There may have been some sort of interference in this connection in the past, but it's someone who's being strategic in terms of wanting you to, or wanting to connect with you again, but the very things that affected the connection in the past are still in the way. They haven't cleared the way here. It's just wanting to speak to you again, but I guess wanting to also continue doing what caused you to not want to speak to them. This is someone who either kept the connection with you hidden, okay, or they were hiding another connection from you. Six of Wands. Someone who felt very on top of the world, or they felt that when they were connecting with you, everything was kind of progressing for them and going their way. But there's something about them being very strategic when it comes to getting your attention, or maybe even wanting like some sort of a reaction from you. They feel like you're a very respected individual. You know, you could be in a position of power, or they can tell that people respect you for maybe like a skill that you have, or, you know, career purposes, whatever it is. They can tell that you're highly sought after. Many people respect you, but they feel so defeated because of an interference, or because the interference has caused essentially the both of you to disconnect. King of Cups. Yeah, this person's emotionally going through a lot. I think they still have emotions for you, but there's like a energy of, well, I want to speak to Capricorn, so what can I say that will allow me some like a space in Capricorn's life again? Eight of Wands. This person could also be wanting to communicate about, you know, the interference here. And there's something about this, like there's something about a truth being revealed to you, but this person could have justified that by saying they were going to tell you when they or they were going to tell you, but things were moving very fast or very quickly, or they didn't have the time. There's something to do with timing and justifying that about not telling a truth. Like, you know, it wasn't the right time, or things were moving very quickly, so I was going to tell you, but I didn't tell you, but I was going to, though, you know, that kind of energy. And it's something about like an interference. And I feel like for many of you, either the connection with you was hidden, was something that they were hiding, or they were hiding another connection from you. 10 of Pentacles. What's the King of Cups? The Eight of Swords. Someone who feels trapped, someone who feels very mentally stuck because they're very hurt by how things transpired between you both. What's the Eight of Wands? The Five of Pentacles. They are understanding that they could have had something very stable with you. And for some of you, really, if I'm being transparent, I think that this is someone who's realizing what you guys could have had together and what you bring to the table. And they're also thinking about the fact that they weren't able to meet you halfway, but they're not happy with how they've treated you. It's like looking at a situation and saying that could have been so stable, but instead I was, you know, keeping Capricorn in the dark about something, or, you know, there was an interference in the way here. What's the Five of Pentacles? The Page of Pentacles. I do believe they want to communicate with you. So you could be, you know, receiving communication here, but there's something about like trying to skim past something, or sweep something under the rug. And I will say, as much as you may receive communication from this person, you know, for those of you that are resonating in your question to me as well, you know, I know what caused this person to, or what caused me to detach from the situation. So is that still ongoing? And the answer is yes, it is absolutely still ongoing. That's why Seven of Swords coming out as the first card is someone who does want to reconnect with you, but they're being very strategic. Okay? I know that's not the best message, guys, but I don't want to lead you in the wrong way. I want to be completely transparent here. Let's see if we can clarify the Ten of Pentacles for you guys. I'm going to use a different deck here, okay? What's the Ten of Pentacles in their feelings? Okay. We have the Empress, okay? This person may have like children elsewhere, or one of their responsibilities are, you know, their children here. What's the Empress? The Six of Wands. So we have the Six of Wands twice. And the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups. Someone who feels like they kind of fumbled, if you will, an opportunity to be with you. They not only realize your worth, but it's like, how did I have someone like Capricorn stuck in a situation like, you know, such? And the Ten of Pentacles with the Empress and the Six of Wands is definitely someone who has children elsewhere, or there is like a long-term investment, a long-term commitment that they have been, you know, involved in for quite some time. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Moving on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. Okay, so we have two cards here. We have inadequate, okay, worthless, incompetent, ill-equipped, and then we have resentful, offended, bitter. Huh. So it seems to me, Aquarius, that this person definitely feels like very worthless. They may feel like they're not able to meet you halfway, or there's something that's causing them to feel very defeated about the situation in terms of, I'm not worthy of a connection with Aquarius, or I don't see myself being able to offer Aquarius what they're, deserving of. Like they're being very hard on themselves, yes. But they also feel like they don't have the resources, or they don't have, they're not where they should be in comparison to you. There's something about them comparing themselves to you, or feeling like you're more experienced or established in one way or another. As far as offended or bitter, and the first card as well, I feel like for some of you, you may have made it clear that this person wasn't meeting you halfway, or you may have made it clear that you felt you were constantly doing all the work in this relationship. And that could be something that really affected them emotionally. Furthermore, I do sense this person is holding on to some sort of anger or a grudge, because it does say offended and bitter. It's like they're offended by something you said. They also see there's some sort of truth in it, right? And for others of you, they could, completely disagree. But what I'm getting at is they're holding on to how it made them feel. And so it's causing them to feel, upset or uneasy. Okay, let's see. And I'm not saying that you had to tell this person that they were worthless, but maybe you told them that, you felt you were doing more in this connection than they were, or you felt like you weren't receiving what you wanted from this connection. There's something about them feeling not good enough, or at least that's how they feel this week. Okay. Okay. So we have the intimacy card, mutual respect, unity, closeness. They want to come together with you. I do see it as someone who feels very, connected to you. Again, if something is angering you, or, you are holding a grudge, it means you still care, or it affects you, right? Or like emotionally. So I feel like this person, they want to come together with you, or it's like they want your sympathy this week. It's like, I want your sympathy, I want your comfort, but I'm also upset with you, or I wish you hadn't said something that you said. It's like when you're angry, but you're still craving that comfort, or despite your anger, you still feel very connected to someone. But there's something about this person feeling like they're not good enough, or they're not able to give you what they feel like you're deserving of. So if this has nothing to do with you specifically communicating, that to this person, it could be in their mind. Two of Cups, someone who feels very connected to you and really wants to communicate. Six of Cups, you have a past with this person. You guys have a lot of history together. When they, are think of you this week, they feel like you guys go way back. Like that's the kind of energy that I'm seeing here. They feel like you guys are, very different, or it's difficult being on the same page, because you guys may have like opposing mindsets. But they still, despite that, they still feel very connected to you emotionally, and they're feeling extremely nostalgic this week. And yes, they're upset, but they can't change the fact that they still care for you, or they still want to connect with you. Okay, let's see. This person, they're coming in with communication here. They want to speak their truth, or there's something that they want to reveal to you. It could definitely be a Libra. You could be dealing with another Aquarius like yourself. Queen of Swords, a lot of swords energy. Well, Justice card, represents Libra, but it's someone that you cut ties with. They feel like you've made a very clear decision, or you've made it clear as to why you're not, connecting with them. But they still want to speak to you, and it's almost an energy of, I want to speak my truth, or there's something I'm thinking about that's bothering me, and I want to tell you. You not giving this person attention, or you having your back turned towards a situation, it could be something that's upsetting them as well, because they're viewing you as giving them the cold shoulder this week. But what I will say, Aquarius, is there's a conversation or some sort of communication that took place between the both of you, and you may have just been very truthful, maybe even a little blunt, right? Where it was like, okay, this is how I see things, or this is how I have been feeling. And it's not to say you weren't trying to spare their feelings, but really you were looking out for yourself. You were kind of like, I'm just going to be truthful, and I'm sorry if the truth hurts. And I think the truth does hurt, because in their feelings, I do see them holding on to it, or constantly being reminded of something that you communicated to them. So, what I see here, Aquarius, is your ability to clearly communicate how you feel or what is going on without, sugarcoating it could come off very different to this person. You know what I mean? Like, I can see how you were possibly just being honest or not sugarcoating what you had to say, but this person feels like there was absolutely no emotion behind what you said, or you weren't really sympathizing with them. And then again, in your defense, you may have felt, well, it's not my job to sympathize, it's my job to tell you the truth, right? Tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. So there's like the way that they received some sort of truth that you communicated, they received it very harshly, is what I'm getting here. Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords. For some of you, you could have called this person out on, some sort of dishonesty here. And I do feel they want to, turn over a new leaf. I do feel there's still attraction and passion here. And this is someone who still feels very, connected to you emotionally, but they feel like there's something that you called them out on, or Seven of Swords could also just be someone being very strategic. Like, I want to speak to Aquarius again, but I need to figure out the right thing to say, or I feel like I only have one chance to get things right. Yeah, they're viewing you as walking away, emotionally detaching from this situation. And if I'm being completely transparent, guys, for some of you, this person's viewing you as like, I don't want to say a case of ghosting, but they feel like you made something clear with your energy, but you may have not had like a conversation with this person before walking away or choosing to emotionally detach. Like, for example, if you confess to this person what you wanted to change, or what was bothering you in the past, and you felt you didn't see any changes, you just chose to move on, or you just chose to detach instead of having to express that to them again. You know what I mean? And so they're viewing you as, they feel like they're losing you. They feel like you're, completely detaching and moving forward. And this is what they're assuming based off of, your energy. Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's like they have this, they feel very connected to you, and they are thinking of you quite a bit. But Seven of Wands is an energy of feeling very defensive, feeling very, well, I am thinking about this person, but I feel, if I come back around, or if I communicate, it's not going to go the way that I want it to. Seven of Swords, King of Cups. There's something about like dishonesty, but it's in the emotional department. It's the King of Cups, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's keeping them stuck mentally. Like, this person really wants to tell you how they feel. They may feel like in the past they weren't really emotionally expressive, or they kept you in the dark about what was going on for them, like internally. Like, whatever they have been internalizing, especially when it comes to their emotions, they really want to tell you about it because it's causing them to feel stuck. This person may view you as someone who doesn't believe that they are sorry for something that happened, but they genuinely are, is what I see. But they don't know how to get through to you because there's a very, like, you've made it very clear, okay, I've had it up to here, or I'm moving forward. Or so that's how they're viewing you. Ten of Pentacles. What's the Ten of Pentacles? The Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. They're hoping that you guys can have a turn of events here. But more than that, I see that they're hoping that you will speak to them again with the Page of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune is wanting a change. But here's what I will say. As much as they want to change, a part of them knows that you're very stern on your decision. Or that's how they're viewing you this week. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Pisces. Okay, last but not least, Pisces. So I'm going to be starting off with an oracle here. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. Okay, so what do we have for you guys? We have vulnerable, defenseless, unprotected, helpless. Hmm. I believe Cancer pulled that card as well. Some of you may have Cancer placements or you're, thinking of one. Doesn't have to be the case, but what I'm seeing here is this is someone who, yes, of course, they feel very vulnerable about this situation this week, but there's something that they feel very powerless about. So it could be, something that you have figured out about them. It could be a situation that they feel like is out of their hands. Like they feel like they have no control over something, right? Because we have defenseless, unprotected, as well as helpless here. Let's see. And when I look at that image, it kind of gives me the energy of like an emotional storm or someone who's going through a very dark period emotionally and feeling very alone. Something that they have been trying to run from is coming at them full speed is what I'm getting here. Okay, so we have hopeful, inspired, optimistic, success. This card kind of gives me the energy of the star card, holding on to some sort of hope or praying for some sort of healing to take place in this connection here. And it's interesting because it's two very different energies, being optimistic versus feeling completely defenseless. I think they're trying to, focus on the positive when it comes to the bond with you, but I genuinely feel like they feel something is out of their hands or they're struggling with finding a solution here. And there's something about this person feeling very alone. Knight of Pentacles. The Strength card. Do I give it my all or do I remain held back? That's what's going on here. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Taurus, but there is an energy of this person like wanting to invest in this connection here. Knight of Pentacles is putting forth the effort and saying, okay, I gave it my all, so at least I can say I tried. And the Strength card is, remaining held back or trying to numb some sort of emotion that you feel. Yeah, because they're trying to be strong about what's occurring between the both of you, but they actually feel very vulnerable, is what I'm seeing here. Okay. There goes the sirens. Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. Okay, so it seems to me that they are viewing you as either a little bit detached. So even if you're connecting with them, they feel like maybe it's surface level conversations, one word responses, that sort of thing. But with the King of Pentacles, we did see the Knight of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign, but it's someone who wants to invest in this connection. It's someone who wants to, take care of you, provide for you. There's something in their current situation that's causing them to feel insecure, or it's causing them to feel like they're either not feeling like themselves or they're feeling incapable of going after what they want with you. So if it's like their financial situation, that somehow directly impacts the connection with you. If it's someone who wants to provide for you, for example, it could be they want to be in a better situation financially. And I'm not saying you're asking for these things from this individual. It's just something that they want to do for you, but they feel that they are not at a point of being able to offer you that. So they're being very hard on themselves this week, is what I see. They're really missing you, is something else that I see here. Four of Cups. Definitely questioning your interest. You may really have shifted the way you respond to this person. Like, for example, in the past, because the way that they're viewing you is you were very emotionally invested, but you would also, I don't want to say overextend yourself, but it could be when this person reaches out to you, you kind of, drop everything that you're doing and you make sure that you're there for them. But now it's either the lack of consistency or the decrease in some sort of emotional attention that you are, it's almost like you may have paid a lot more attention to this person or you have been there for them emotionally and you would be more consistent, but now they're seeing a shift. For some of you, you're not speaking to them at all, but for others of you, it hurts because you're connecting with them, but you're not connecting with them in the same way that you used to. A lot of emotions here. And Four of Cups is not being happy with the current circumstances, but feeling powerless when it comes to doing something about it. The Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, the Empress. Okay, the world wanted to show itself too. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, definitely, or a Libra. It's someone who has a lot of love for you and they see potential in this connection, but there's something that's in the way, like especially when it comes to like it's something that's tangible. So it's either their like finances or their living situation, or they feel that they're not able to offer you what they feel like you're deserving of. That's what I'm getting here. And they have a lot of love for you. They view you as, you know, everything that they've desired in a partner. Some of you may have children with this person. But there's, as much as there's an energy of wanting a turn of events, there's also this doubtful energy, or this person constantly questions if they're actually able to offer you, or if they're actually able to follow through on the plans that they've made. Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Empress, the Seven of Pentacles. This is very specific, but for some of you, this person could feel defeated because they're watching you move on. And it doesn't mean that you're necessarily moving on to a new connection, but it could definitely just be like a new opportunity, or just focusing on yourself. And again, just knowing or feeling that energetic shift alone is something that this person is struggling with. What's the Queen of Wands? The Two of Cups. Two of Cups, Nine of Swords. Their emotions are so overwhelming, or that's how they feel this week. It's like every time they think about you, they feel so connected to you, but they also feel the disconnect because of the way that you're communicating with them. Or like I said, maybe for some of you, you're not communicating with them this week, right? So like little to no contact is kind of what this spread is showing me here. And not only do they still feel emotionally connected to you, it's really bothering them and stressing them out. Because, you know, this is a connection that doesn't feel so easy for them to let go of. And there's something about them watching you move on, or viewing you as like not being able to give you what you want, so you're going to find it elsewhere. And this person could have watched you go through some sort of a transformation or like progress. You know, maybe, you know, in the past you were in a very dark space, or you were more giving to the situation, or you were overextending yourself. But now you're in a space of, you know, knowing your worth, or feeling more confident and not overextending yourself to this person. There's like a shift that they witnessed you go through. And as much as it hurts them, they can't help but feel connected to you. But then it's also an energy of someone who feels like their emotions are really stressing them out this week because they can't run from it. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.